Welcome to our executive interview series at DefenseTalks, presented by DefenseScoop. I'm Wyatt Cash, and we're here with Justin Fanelli, Acting Chief Technology Officer and Tech Director for PEO Digital at the Department of Navy. Justin, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
First, I'd like to get your perspective on how you see AI and automation helping the Department of Defense be nimbler and more innovative.
I like that you've separated them out. There's artificial intelligence with all of the disciplines and branches around that, and there's automation, streamlined, being able to do things more effectively and efficiently where we really understand it. So automation, squarely a Horizon 1 capability. We have that in production. There are things that are inefficient and we want them to be more efficient. The game-changing aspect of that is the scale of it. So there are a lot of things that people do, civilians and military, that isn't the best use of their time, where we can allow them to focus, where we can look at an operational problem or a pain point for masses of our folks and say, we are going to divest this minutia, we are going to divest that to a computer, and we are going to divest any of the processes or tools that are slowing them down so that they can focus on the most important parts of their job. That is the best case for automation. In artificial intelligence, sometimes we look at a problem and we say this is an AI problem. Not every problem is an artificial intelligence problem. Where there is good fit, where we're matching, where we're saying this isn't a good fit for automation, this is a better fit for artificial intelligence. Machine learning might help that. That's somewhat of a technical conversation. We're leaning on the private sector and domain experts in operations to get together and funnel those activities to say, yes, this is the best bang for our buck. And so from a value on investment perspective, where we can narrow those down, that gives us that rank order. We ran a structured piloting cattle call not too long ago. We asked for pilots where we said, hey, between artificial intelligence and automation, who can make the largest impact for us? I thought we would get 20, maybe 30. We got 150 entries, and we were able to prioritize them based on the mission outcome impact. And we funded the first 20 instead of just getting 20. We want more of those, and we want them to scale all the way through Horizon 1 to enterprise services if they're proving effective.
Sounds exciting. Thank you for sharing that. And then looking in a different perspective, as the U.S. military contends with today's evolving threat landscape, from rogue attacks on commercial shipping on the Red Sea to growing concerns about protecting satellites in space, what do you see as the biggest needs from the technology sector?
So just to pause a second, the technology sector leaning in and supporting this workforce and our customers, the warfighter who are sacrificing it all for us and for the national security, is just such a beautiful place to be. And so that we're spending professional time supporting them to make their jobs easier in times small ways and to make them more effective, to tee that up is just such an honor. And it's an honor whether you're a civilian or military supporting military, or vendor or private sector folks. And so that's the ecosystem in general that we're pulling from. And so what we ask of everyone is to lean in to that context, to lean into, hey, we understand that you know the technology, but what is the domain and how can you apply it? Being super specific allows us to go narrow so that we can go larger. If we show that we are absolutely crushing a problem, then this is something that can scale to other problems, but we don't want to get 50% on 3 or 4 problems. That doesn't get us to that end state that we desire. We'd like to solve hard problems that, again, is taking time away from the mission. What I ask for the tech sector is to look at integration really hard. It slows us down every time. Modular open systems approach allows us to connect dots. It allows us to be modern service deliverers. And when we get bogged down in one integration, it's not good. It's not a win-win, right? It's not good for private sector. It's not good for public sector. So where we can adapt our cycles based on MOSA, based on streamlined integration, and based on partnerships that show us outcomes in 3 months and 6 months, that's where we want to be.
Well, Justin Fanelli, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to share some of your insights with us here at Defense Talks.
Thanks for having me.
Fantastic.